one home has been lost to a bushfire on the New South Wales south coast near the Bega Valley. The blaze raged out of control yesterday afternoon before the Rural Fire Service downgraded it to a watch and act. There are unconfirmed reports of at least 2 more properties being damaged. The fire has been burning for several weeks in the Southeast Forest National Park. Around 100 up-and-coming young sailors have been left high and dry. A devastating fire at a boat shed has struck one of Sydney's oldest sports clubs, and tonight authorities are hunting for an arsonist. Against the fury of these flames, this tin storage shed never stood a chance. 40 sailboats belonging to children were kept inside, but by sunrise not a single hull was left.
I packed my boat away, and then that was the last time I'll see it.
We are basically a big family, and to lose our boats just overnight is really a big hit for us.
A very destructive blaze. Very quickly. It was quite windy last night as well.
Investigators have found no issue with the building. It's highly likely this blaze that caused more than $500,000 worth of damage was deliberately lit.
What possesses them to do that?
The Lane Cove Sailing Club has been part of this Longueville community, perched waterside for more than 100 years. Sydney to Hobart navigator Adrian Cahalan is among an alumni of Olympians and other sailing stars who first took to the water here.
The worst part is that if someone did it on purpose, then it really sort of has a crack at our younger community and our younger members.
This idyllic waterfront spot is familiar territory for authorities. It's been targeted before. A serial arsonist was on the loose here 12 years ago, but was never caught. That firebug destroyed more than $4 million of community properties, including scout halls, clubhouses, and sheds holding dozens of boats.
I love my boat a lot. It was sailed by the gold medalist who won in Rio when he was a kid.
We're scared that we're going to lose everyone, really, because no one's going to be able to sail here because they don't have a boat.
The club where kids chase their dreams, now racing to rebuild. A US Border Patrol agent has been charged with the murders of 4 women and the abduction of a 5th. Juan David Ortiz was found hiding in a car park after a woman he allegedly kidnapped escaped and alerted police. Authorities say the 35-year-old is a 10-year veteran supervisor and all of his alleged victims were prostitutes. Documents uncovered by investigative journalists claim the 2 Russian suspects in the UK poison attack have formal ties to the Russian government. Alexander Petrov and Ruslan Bosharov are accused of trying to kill Sergei Skripal and his daughter Yulia in Salisbury back in March. Mr. Petrov's passport bears a top-secret stamp and a phone number linked to Russia's defense ministry. Police believe their true identities are being covered up by the Kremlin. The hurricane danger has passed, but a deadly threat remains. The death toll from Tropical Storm Florence has risen to 13 as catastrophic flooding swamps thousands of homes on the east coast of the USA.
The storm is slowly creeping across the Carolinas, leaving behind deadly flooding and anxious communities.
We've been moving beds, linens, clothes, as much stuff as we could to get it out, so we don't lose it.
We know it's time to go. It's already up in our yard.
And while the hurricane has been downgraded, looting has begun, and this new danger remains.
The rainfall is epic and will continue to be.
Crews going door to door, scooping up stranded families, as thousands in North Carolina are ordered to leave before the water from the Cape Fear River gets any higher.
If you are refusing to leave during this mandatory evacuation, then you need to do things like notify your legal next of kin, because the loss of life is very, very possible.
It's a time for us to kind of come together, work together, and kind of make sure we all survive, because, you don't want to lose your life out here.
Inland, they're raising the rain to build levee banks to protect the city from the river. This is all part of a round-the-clock effort involving the National Guard, volunteers and local officials to prevent more houses going under. We're going to keep going until we just can't go anymore. And even if the river's knocking on the door of it, we're still going to keep going. Sandbagging swollen rivers to save their town. If it doesn't hold, how many houses are in jeopardy?
Several thousand.
That's several thousand reasons not to give up. In Lumberton, North Carolina. Charles Croucher, NBN News.
Ahead in the news, the tragic story behind a truly inspiring hunter charity. And an icy mission for NASA's laser-firing spacecraft.
Owning a business can be challenging. If you can remember why you started, that's what matters.
You stay focused on why you're in business. We'll back you in moments that matter. Now, more than money.
I'm going to Japan to look at low emission technology using Australian coal.
High quality Australian coal combined with low emissions technology improves efficiencies and keeps energy costs down.
40% から 45% まで効率が上がっております。
Countries like Japan have affordable and reliable power using low emissions coal.
If new power stations with low emissions coal are already working so well around the world, you have to wonder why we're not doing it here.
Authorised by G. Evans, ACA Low Emissions Technologies Limited, Brisbane. ACA Low Emissions Technologies Limited, Brisbane.
Rob Chapman from Car Sales said, it shouldn't be this much fun to punt a pickup through a set of bends. But that's life aboard a Sports Cat Plus with Super Shock suspension. And right now, you can enjoy life aboard a Sports Cat for less at HSB's Sports Cat Demonstrator Sale. Get great savings on Australia's most dynamic sports 4x4. So race in and discover why Wheel said there is engineering prowess at play here. New Colorado Sports Cat by HSB. Play hard.
There's lots to do with a spare 12k, and right now at Huntley, receive 12k cashback on selected lots. That's lots for you and lots of things for your new home. Hurry now and find lots to do with your 12k when you buy at Huntley.
Make the switch to Newcastle permanent, and you could get $1,500 cashback on one of our great variable home loans. We reward our customers, not shareholders, and are an award-winning alternative to the 4 major banks. Which means you can get a great home loan and get on with life. Make the switch to Australia's Home Lender of the Year today. Newcastle Permanent.
Life's full of little bumps. That's why HCF created My Family Packages with great value hospital cover for pregnancy, birth and beyond, making your family journey as smooth as possible. Visit hcf.com.au today.
Wow! Wow! Wow!
Get the wow factor in your home with new carpet from Anderson's and be wowed by our unbeatable guarantees, like our lowest price guarantee.
Wow!
Only at Anderson's.
Yeah, it's gone. Never finding that one.
Need an excuse to upgrade? Welcome to Toyotathon. I think I might know what you're looking for. And let me tell you, you've picked the perfect time to buy. We've got amazing offers on a great range of vehicles.
Get that Kluger GX 2-wheel drive from $43,990 drive away plus $1,000 Toyotathon bonus. Search Toyota value. Oh, what a feeling. Toyota.